I bet I could change the odds for every bookmaker in the country.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Yeah. Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar.
What up, everybody? The Gritty Gamblers are back. How we doing today?
I'm doing good, Parlay. How you doing today on this Monday?
I'm a little tired, you might can tell, but we're here. We got some plays for you, and we're ready.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. We got a couple Monday night games tonight, Parlay. I mean, before we get into those Monday games, let's do a little review of the Sunday NFL slate. So, taking a look at it, I mean, the biggest games that really mattered in terms of betting wise was, I mean, the public made a ton of money on Dallas yesterday. It looks like, man, the public ate on the Cowboys.
Yeah, I almost took Eagles last second, but I didn't.
I didn't get to bet the game, but I probably wouldn't have anyways. I'm an NFC East fan, and if I did, I probably would have taken Dallas just because I know those teams split every year, and Philly already got the first game, so it made perfect sense. It's just interesting because it wasn't even close.
Nah, it wasn't.
And it makes you think.
I had Rico Dublé.
Rico Donwell.
I call
leave the names to me. I'm gonna try. You know, me and you. I'm probably the better
one. There's a name tonight that I want to. I wanted to take, but I can't find it.
Is he the Titans tight end?
No, I already know who that is.
Okay. You're like, don't try me like that. Like, he's an AFC South
player. Or whatever. Yeah, I know who that is.
You're like,
don't try me. Arguments with them that they were saying he's like Travis Kelce in the offseason.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, based off of 40 catches. Literally, 40 targets.
That's what he's talented. I can't lie to you. He had hype, but like, bro,
it was driving me nuts.
You know how many tight ends have hype in this day and age?
A lot. They're all generational. I'm tired of the word. The
only tight end that's backed up the hype this year.
That's worse than the word dynasty.
You're gonna agree with me though. You're gonna agree with me on this. He's not a generational tight end, but the best tight end out of all these guys that we've seen recently, Sam Laporta. The Lions tight end.
Fantasy. He ripped me last weekend.
The Lions tight end. He's legit, but I mean that proves my point. I was talking about it with somebody the other day.
Let me go here. We're just gonna walk.
I'll continue it while you do your thing. Yeah. No. Yeah, I was talking to somebody about Iowa the other day, and Iowa's tight ends, man, they really are tight end when it comes to performance in tight ends and when they put into the league. So Sam Laporta is just another example of a great tight end. I mean, I will say this: the Lions stunk it up yesterday themselves. The Bears are such a winky wonky team this year. I'm not gonna lie to you. When you look at the Bears, when it comes to them, they almost beat the Lions. They just match up well with the Lions, I guess. They almost beat the Lions the first time, and then they play them again, and then they ran over them. DJ Moore played really well versus them. He didn't do much, but in terms of how many catches he had, but he had big impact plays in terms of 2 touchdowns. So really good play from the Bears in that. Another game I wanted to bring up before we do finish up this recap, is the Chiefs and the Bills. Shout out Buffalo. I mean, Buffalo had a lot of stuff surrounding them this week with Sean McDermott's comments and a lot of
what's going on with that?
I'm not trying to discuss it on the show. We are on the radio, but let's just say that man compared it to stuff he shouldn't have. They're playing. This is how I put it. He compared playing defensive stuff we should not be comparing it to. Let's just leave it at that. But yeah. Anyways, it worked, I guess, because they won the game. But one thing I will protest: I've never seen Mahomes complain like that in my life.
Yeah, baby back. Y'all know what I was saying.
Yeah, he went straight up to Josh Allen after the game. Josh Allen, mind you, Josh Allen has had to deal with conference championship playoff losses after 13 seconds in overtime to this man. Has had to deal with multiple playoff losses to this man, quite frankly. And he still always won
that to begin with.
Huh?
He was yelling. Who was he yelling at on the sideline?
He was yelling at like half the team, but I'm talking about when he went and shook Josh Allen's hand. He said it to Josh Allen.
Yeah, he was.
See that clip?
I watched a replay of it.
You didn't see that clip? He walked up to shake Josh Allen's hand.
He's just talking. That's all I ever hear.
He walked up to Josh Allen, and in his ear, he said, "That's the worst call I've ever seen in my life. Worst call I've ever seen in my life." Like he couldn't take. And I mean, like, you know, the one thing I'm gonna say that will give Mahomes credit.
What's up?
You know who's the type of quarterback who I saw at this level of competing that angry still? Tom Brady. Tom Brady didn't even go and shake Ryan Fitzpatrick's hand when he beat him, man. That man walked off. Tom Brady don't care, and that's the GOAT. So when you're talking about these quarterbacks and what they do and the greatness, I mean, I'm not justifying it, but it's nice to see he still got that streak in him that he cares, man.
I mean, seems a little crazy.
Well, no, yeah, bro. They're on a losing streak, and the Chiefs suck in December and November every year, right? They're horrible at this time of year.
Bro, they didn't score like in the second half the month of November.
I'm not just talking about this year. I'm talking about you in the Chiefs like dynasty. They usually suck in November or December. One of the months they usually take off practically. And it looks like it might have been a little bit of both this year. However, they're obviously their division.
I just don't think they're good this year.
Their division is terrible, so they're going to be in the playoffs regardless.
They'll be in the playoffs, but they're not going to do well.
I think Baltimore's the scariest team in the playoffs in the AFC.
I've been telling you, bro.
Well, I've already agreed with you on that.
That's
You know that. You know I've agreed with you on Baltimore. You know the only thing I disagreed with you on is San Fran. And after the game I saw last night, I have to just take. Did you see what I put out on Twitter this morning?
Number one team in the number one.
Did you see what I put out on Twitter in the morning?
What'd you say?
I said, man, shout out Trent Williams, man. The Commanders being former commander being a key to the 49ers Super Bowl run, man. Shout out Trent. Go be great, man. When Trent was in the city in the DMV out here, I read it to him a few times. He always showed love whenever I was at my job. He always came into our work. I saw him like probably 4 or 5 times. He was always showing love. He parked the Lambo out front, right on the curb. No one complained. Because it's Trent Williams, bro. He was our best player. What are you gonna say? Thank you. Bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Trent Williams was such an elite talent, man. Go be great. Go be great, man. And people say the key to them is Debo. Nah, it's 71. Because they won without Debo last year. But when Trent's out the lineup, they're 0-3.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the thing to retweet.
But
yeah,
Trent,
bro.
Trent literally makes their whole O-line to 2-3 times better. He's only gotten cooked once this year, and it was by a future Hall of Famer. And he even said it. He didn't say he got cooked, but he said, man, and you know who I'm talking about, right? 95 in Cleveland.
Oh, Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett's the only person that really got Trent Williams this year. And Trent Williams was playing hurt, but he even said, man, let me just put it this way. Trent Williams saw the 2 series when he was out the game, and they were playing Cleveland. Remember when they lost to Cleveland, the 49ers?
Sorry,
all right. When Cleveland beat the 49ers, Trent Williams was hurt in that game, and he literally saw the 2 series. He went out, and they couldn't block Myles Garrett for more than a second and a half. All right, tape me up. I gotta get back in there, man.
They can't win without him and Debo.
They didn't even win the game, but the fact they came close was because Trent gutted it up, taped his ankle up, finished the game, and then he missed the next game, and they lost to the Vikings.
Yeah, they don't win without him.
Yeah, Debo, they won last year without him. This year, the fact that him and Trent were both out, and McCaffrey was injured,
yeah, they can't win without those 3.
You know what's funny? You know what that proves, Parlay? I've been telling you about this, man. Worst medical team in the league, man. If the medical team messes up, man, they're cooked. That's the key to them. It's not even the players anymore. It's the medical team, bro. If the 49ers medical team is right,
medical team's not good, bro.
Bro, if their medical team is right, they're going to be a problem in the NFC.
My buddy's a fan of them, and he's always complaining.
Bro, if their field and the medical team combined, it's horrible.
You can't lose 4 quarterbacks in a year. And
bro, they was playing McCaffrey at quarterback at the end of the NFC Championship last year. But no, yeah, that's pretty much your NFL recap for yesterday. We do have 2 games tonight. We have
one second. Moment of silence for Jayden Daniels.
Oh. When Parlay hits the future, he's gonna let y'all know, man.
Congratulations, Jayden Daniels, Parlay Joe, plus 2,000, plus 550. Hey, I believed in you when no one else did. When they wanted Messberger or whatever his name is, when they wanted him to come in the beginning of the season, I believed in you. I was in their spaces telling them to stick with Jayden.
LSU fans.
Now, I have a million LSU fans following me. And it's all love 24/7 because they know I was right from the beginning. I went in their spaces and told them what was going to happen. They was going to lose to Bama and have 2 more losses and still win the Heisman.
You love telling them that they was going to lose to Bama. That was your favorite part.
Bro, they didn't like that much.
It happened though. Hey, I got this one
Don't
homie.
lose 2 in a row.
Nah, I'm having this one homie, bro. They be plotting, bro. Some of them fans be crazy, bro. Listen to this one LSU fan I'll be talking to. He be making jokes. He be trolling, but he be making jokes. He's all like, man, we gonna get. You probably seen it too in the chats, man. He's gonna we gonna get our get back, man. You see what they did to Jayden in the 12 minutes left in that game? They took his helmet off, man. Dallas Turner, man. Next year, man, Jalen Milroe gonna get his.
Gotta catch him first.
Yo, Dallas Turner was a grim reaper in the past couple of years. I can't lie.
Dallas Turner is really good. There's another guy. I can't think of his name right now, but he's good.
One thing I'll say about Alabama before we move off the topic. What's interesting to me is of all the key, you know how they had 9 5-star freshmen come in last year, right?
Yeah, it's flip season. Watch out, Auburn.
I'm not even talking about this year. I'm talking about last year. You know they had 9 5-star freshmen come in.
Yeah, we're loaded.
Only 2 of them saw the field this year. So think about next year.
Caleb Downs.
Think about Keon Keeley next year.
Caleb Downs.
Caleb Downs is here. We know him. He's All-American. I'm talking about the guy. I'm talking about the guy who was ranked above all of them.
When can you get drafted?
You got 2 more years of him. You got 2 more years of him.
Bro, I want him on the Colts. ASAP.
You got 2 more years of him. He's a safety, so it's going to be hard for him to go in the first round. He should go. He's a first-round talent, but you know how the safety position is, man. Brian Branch is an electric rookie, and he didn't go to the second.
Bro, that dude's going in the first.
We'll see, bro. I mean, Kyle Hamilton was in the last safety to truly go in the first round, but Kyle Hamilton's an elite player.
Minka and Marlon both went in the first round, didn't they?
But those were Marlon Humphrey's a corner now, but I'm talking about Kyle Hamilton was in the past couple of years. In my point, Minka was a little while ago. Kyle Hamilton out of Notre Dame was the last true safety that went, and he even fell. Huh?
He got hurt.
He's having an all-pro season before he got hurt too. That's the messed up part. He's been the best safety in the league in terms of what his position is for what he does. He can cover, he can hit, he can play the run. He's playing all 3 levels of the field. You don't really get that from too many safeties anymore. But unless you're Kareem Jackson and you get suspended every other game for hitting somebody in the head.
Yeah, I got his rookie card that I cannot find right now.
Kareem Jackson literally gets suspended or fined every other game, bro. He gave Logan Thomas and our team a concussion when we went up to Mile High, man.
Bro, I remember when reports were coming out that Logan Thomas was going to be a top wide receiver this year.
Bro, I remember when Logan Thomas was a QB at Virginia Tech before he became a tight end at the Commanders. But no, yeah, looking at the games tonight, Packers Giants. I actually had an alt lean on this. I put in a parlay. I grabbed the Packers minus 2.5 on the road. I like the odds tonight. This game should go under, and if it doesn't, it's going to be because the Packers score a lot. Because I like the Packers pass rush versus the Giants O line. One of the most underrated things about the Packers team is their D line. Well, not underrated. It's probably one of the best parts of their team, to be quite honest with you. Rashawn Gary off the edge is playing elite football. They have multiple Kenny Clark on the inside. I know Wyatt's been hurt a little recently, but they got multiple guys. I mean, it's tons of first round picks on that whole Green Bay defense. So really good secondary. They're starting to get a little hot on the season too. I like the matchup, especially for Jordan Love. The Giants defense is not to be slept on, if I'm trying to put it nicely. I know the Commanders are a bad team too. I know, but they're bad. But the one thing I give the Giants credit is their defense has came to play. Thibodeau is not a bust out of Oregon, man. Thibodeau is here as a player, man. I think he has double-digit sacks on the season already. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kayvon Thibodeau. He's true. I know he talks a lot on Twitter. I know. He says he does crazy. But at the end of the day, he's one of the more talented young edges in the league, across the league.
We got a bunch of his rookie cards, but I do not like him.
But you can admit he's talented.
He said, "Who is Jeff Saturday?"
I know. Yeah, he got jokes, man. I know why you were mad, bro. I know where you were going with this. But you can admit he's talented.
Yeah, he's good.
That's what I'm getting at, yeah.
I do have one play in that game. It is in a parlay.
Go ahead.
Most of my other plays are in the Tennessee Dolphins game, but I like Dontavion Wicks.
Ooh, I like Wicks.
Over 36.5 receiving yards.
Okay, yeah. Christian Watson's out for them tonight, too. I like that.
Exactly. I was just about to say
What do you think about Jayden Reed anytime touchdown?
Can I look at it? I haven't looked at that.
Sure. I mean, I just think Jayden Reed's their go-to guy in the red zone whenever Watson gets hurt.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad with Jordan Love scoring a touchdown.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he's played really good football recently.
Yeah. I wanted to take his over 9.5, but it's 10.5.
So it's like a hook. They think he's gonna run because he has a long rushes sometimes.
He'll probably get that 10.5 in one play, but
yeah,
I don't want to wait on
trust
that.
It. Yeah. Hey, shout out Gardner Minshew 2.5.
2.5, baby. Brock Purdy jammed me. He lost a yard. How do you lose a yard?
Nah, that's funny. Oh, yeah, Drake May just declared for the draft. That's nice to see.
He's gonna be good. I like him.
Yeah, I think so too.
Who did you say?
I was talking about Jayden Reed.
He's on the Green Bay?
Yeah.
Is he a running back or
receiver?
All right, 1 second.
Pats Nation, Thursday at 8 p.m.
Sorry, I did not mean to do that.
Shout out Austin. Pats Nation.
Scared the heck out of me, honestly.
I was shook for a second. I'm like, oh, Austin made an appearance.
I was like, why is Austin here?
But what you see?
I do like his maybe over 43.5. That might be good. I see pro projections at 47, so it could be close.
Okay. No, yeah, nice look on him. I like his play whenever Watson's out. Him and Dobbs usually play well when Watson's out. But no, yeah, I like the Packers in that game. I got them in the morning. I don't know, on a parlay minus 2.5 on a little like builder. The only thing that's iffy is if the Giants start off a little hot, they'll be able to move the ball. One thing I'll say is the Packers' run defense hasn't been the best this year, and Saquon could get going. That's the only thing that's kind of concerning in that aspect. But besides that, the Packers should win this game.
I think so too. It's a little weird. Let me look at the movement. I mean, I could see this being a game the Giants win for no reason.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't help their draft odds. They're number 5 right now. But teams don't think like that when they're playing the game, obviously.
Exactly. I was trying to look for props.
I don't like any Giants props personally.
Yeah, they got 2 people to score a touchdown for them.
Yeah, bro. Is one of them Wan'Dale Robinson?
Packers, Giants, same game parlay. All Packers 9.5 plus 148. Whoa. Jordan Love over 250 passing yards and Jayden Reed 50 plus receiving yards.
Jeez, that's juiced.
It's like plus 1,000.
That's juiced if I've ever seen one.
Or plus 82. I have a play for
You want to move over to the Tennessee game now?
Yeah, it's kind of Miami. I have the Tavion Wicks in it, and then I have Tyjae Spears over 14.5 receiving yards. He is their receiving back from what I can gather.
I think really what it comes down to is the game script and the fact that Derrick Henry doesn't get that many touches when the spread is that big.
I've been reading a lot of things. Derrick Henry might not get a lot of touches.
That's what it comes down to. When they get blown out, the Titans, they go in the passing mode to Tyjae Spears.
They're going to have to throw to Tyjae Spears. And they might have to throw to DeAndre Hopkins. So anytime touchdown, DeAndre Hopkins is added into the parlay.
He's been doing pretty good recently.
It's plus 1,000. It's just 1,100.
The parlay.
Yeah, it's 1,100 parlay.
No, yeah, I've been liking D-Hop's play since he got Levis, man. Levis can throw the throw the pill.
Exactly. That's how I was reading. He's gotten like. Let me see if I can find. It's like 5 of the 8 games he's played, they scored. One game he had 3 touchdowns, something like that. But it's a good look.
All right, man. I just gotta cover some of this breaking news, man, while we're in here before we get into it. Nebraska is making moves on the recruiting trail, man. They are trying to flip Dylan Raiola, the number 2 overall QB in 24/7 Sports 2024 recruiting.
It might not be a flip.
He's already committed to Georgia.
Yeah, but they might have told him, "Hey, we got somebody else," because he didn't play well this year.
You think Georgia did that?
He did not play well this year.
He's still the number 2 ranked quarterback on 24/7.
I think he dropped on 3.
That's on. Yeah, I'm talking about 24/7. On 3, they're composite. Yeah, they have Julian saying number 1.
Yeah, he's been number 1.
But 24/7 has, which is I kind of like 24/7 a little more.
There's a black guy, I think. That's
DJ Langway is the number 2 QB or number 3 QB, depending on where you're looking at. That's the guy you're talking about, DJ Langway. He's pretty committed to Florida, but
I think they're gonna lose him.
He might go to A&M. We'll see on that. But no, the reason why I brought up Raiola is because he's been the number 1 QB for 24/7 for a long time. He's been at Buford playing well at Georgia, and he had a rough year, like you said, this year. But I mean, think about the setup at Nebraska. His uncle works on the staff. His uncle works on the staff, and his dad's a legacy.
He's gonna need connections, family there to keep him there because he jumps around a lot.
And then think about it on top of that,
4 different high schools.
Nebraska got a crystal ball for Kyle McCord on top of that.
He went to 4 different high schools. I know Kyle McCord and one of their Ohio State
Fleming.
Yep.
Who was a 5-star recruit when he came in 2021. Top 20 overall player in the country. One of the best blocking wide receivers in the nation. So the Cornhusker football, if they like to run the ball, he's going to be great for blocking for them.
But if we want to talk recruiting,
if we get into the big reclassify,
we got to mention Deion Sanders.
I thought you were going to mention Ryan Williams reclassifying today. Okay, good job.
Now we got to mention Deion Sanders.
You know, I did a little research on that. You know, they have the number 1 portal class right now.
And they got 3 of their linemen are portal guys, or 2.
4. They got 4 linemen in the portal.
Right, so they got 4 portal guys, and then they got the
number 1.
Yeah, they got
Jordan
the number 1 tackle. They're looking good, bro.
They rebuilt the whole O line. I'm gonna be honest with you; they're gonna be looking pretty decent next year.
They got to get the D line right.
Yeah, they do. They brought in Draylon Miller at wide receiver, top 70 recruit. You see who they flipped from A&M? Draylon Miller.
They got him.
Yeah, they flipped the receiver from A&M.
Oh, receiver! I thought you meant Daylon or whatever his name is.
No, Draylon Miller.
I thought you were talking about that tackle. I mean, that D tackle.
And then last but not least, where Walter Nolan might be going to Mississippi, man. Lane Kiffin cooking, bro. Lane Kiffin cooking. That's all I'm going to say. The one thing I've seen is that Lane Kiffin is able to sell these kids on the fact that they can compete for a national championship going to Ole Miss. Excuse me, because – sorry, I had to burp. Excuse me. But no, they can compete.
Nah, I had to laugh.
Do you get the thought point, though, or not? Do you get it or not?
They can.
Besides that, bro.
They got blown out by Georgia and Alabama.
Where did they finish in the top 12?
They got blown out by the 2 best.
Where did they finish in the top 12? That's what I'm getting at.
8.
Multiple 10-win seasons from Lane at Ole Miss. They have 2 10-win seasons. So he's able to let them know we can compete for a national championship with you coming here.
I see what you're saying, but
it worked. I'm not saying that you have to believe it. I'm telling you what he's telling the kids.
He needs to go to Florida.
No. I think he's doing good at Ole Miss, man. I think he's happy.
I don't know.
I think the only jobs he really wants don't want him. So it's like he's happy at Ole Miss. He wants to go to you guys, or he wants to go to like Ohio State. And unless Ryan Day gets fired, he's not having a chance at either.
Well, he want to go to A&M is what they said.
But hey, and like that's gone. I didn't even count them because it's gone already.
That's what I was thinking of.
And last thing I'll say before we move on from recruiting, I already said this. Watch out for Syracuse and Graham Brown, man. They're cooking. All right, anyways. So back to the ball. I didn't really bet on the Titans and the Dolphins game. However, one thing I wanted to note, Tyreek Hill over yards line has been moving all morning because of the amount of action on it. For example, at BetGM, it opened at 104. Moved to
Tyreek Hill is the biggest over under in a while since Cooper Kupp a couple years ago.
Listen to it because it opened at 104, moved to 106, and now it's at 109. It moved because of the amount of action on it.
I was reading something. Last time one was this big, it was 120, and Cooper Kupp, and he got 118. Yeah, a touchdown.
You know why they're also putting it so much? Because they know he's pushing for Megatron's record. Well, not Megatron, Cooper Kupp's record, but it's not Cooper Kupp's, but for the receiving yard record. He's trying to go over 2,000 yards.
I see he's going to get around 102. And
which would do exactly what you said.
There's plus money value at the 114.5 spot. That's what we're seeing.
On the yards, on the under.
That would be one of the biggest in a while, and I would take the under. But if you can find
– do you have the balls of steel to take Tyreek Hill yards under?
If you can find this guy, R. Berrios.
Oh, you're talking about Braxton Berrios?
Yes. You can find him over 9.5. Hammer it. I cannot find it.
I saw it on one of my Proptimizers on one of my tools, so I might have to agree with you on that. But besides that, Miami should win that game. I mean, Tennessee is in tank mode right now. They're currently sitting at the number 6 overall pick in the draft. They haven't really been able to. I can't say haven't because they've been competing in some of these games. They just lose them in wonky ways, like the way they lost to the Colts, 2 blocked punts, some of these weird games that happen to them. So it's like, watch out for Tennessee. But I think Miami, if they jump out early, and if they're able to run the ball, if Miami's able to run the ball, this game won't be close. If Tennessee's able to try to stop the run, then it's going to make it a little bit more open probably for the passing, but still, like the key to Miami is what is so underrated them is they're actually a really good running team. Mike McDaniel has a really good scheme for the run game. So look out for it. One thing I wanted to note is look out for Devon A-Chain props tonight. If it does turn into a blowout, he tends to get more prop point, like overall positions. If you want to throw a nice little like pizza crust money, not even pizza money, maybe on a 2 touchdown play, he's the player I would do it. He's the player I'd do it on. If you're going to put a 2 touchdown play, you want to target the running backs for the Miami Dolphins. So either Raheem Mostert or you want to target Devon A-Chain if you're going to do a 2 touchdown play. They don't do them often, but if you're going to do it, those 2 players are very high volume and have done it multiple times this season.
Just mad I can't find this Berrios kid, bro.
And then last but not least, I know you guys' favorite part, Kassa's Hockey Corner. It's a couple plays tonight I like tonight. Look out for the Avs tonight at home. They're on a little home slump. They've lost back-to-back at home. Expect them to wake up tonight with Georgiev and net. They've had some injuries, yes, but they're playing the Flames tonight. The Flames are a team that can get a lot of shots on net, but they're also lost some depth and have dealing with injuries themselves. So both teams are pretty banged up coming into this game. The Avs beat them 3-1 at home ice the last time they played, and expect a similar game tonight. Another game that I think is a little more questionable, but I'm leaning on the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. I have them in a parlay, so I had to take them. It opened at a higher odds than it is. It moved down a little bit, down to about around 130. They're playing the Islanders today. The Islanders are a tough team. They play tough hockey, but they can be broken, and as well as they're also dealing with a little bit of some injuries, not as much as some of these other teams that are in the NHL right now. But I like the Leafs because when they get humming, they get humming. They have the ability to shut down teams. Let me just double check one last thing. Who's in net for them? Let me just double check. Actually, best way is to pull it up on. You know what's funny? The quickest way to check it when you're so close to game time is just to pull it up on FanDuel itself or on your betting app because they have goalie props, and that's the quickest way to see it.
Interesting.
So when you're like within 30 minutes of game time, I generally always go to like the game itself and just to see goalie props. Let's see. And we have Samsonov. Oh, but Samsonov's the only one there. That's interesting. So the Leafs haven't announced their goalkeeper yet. It's either going to, I mean, not saying, wait, let me go back. Did I read that wrong? You know what I just realized? Both these goalies got like the same name, so that's why I got confused. Hold up. I think they do. Let me double check. I'm almost positive. This could be hilarious. Yeah. One name is Ilya Sorokin, the other one's Ilya Samsonov. And that's why I wanted to make sure. As long as Samsonov is in net, the Leafs got a good shot tonight. He's their best goalie that's healthy right now. But my play of the night that I took, and I like it, it's balls of steel bet for me, straight bet, 1 unit play. I took the Coyotes plus money on the road tonight, man. They're playing Buffalo, a team that I predicted preseason should make the playoffs. They're not in that spot right now, so they should be fighting for these wins. I don't know, man. I like this Coyotes team. They got better special teams. A lot of the public is on Buffalo, and that's what is another thing that makes me think I really like the spot for the Coyotes, man. They're going to probably have to play Vemelka tonight in goals, so no Connor Ingram because they got a back-to-back going up, but man, I really like the spot. I took it early in the morning. I've looked at it a couple times. It's moved around. I got it at 105. It went to 104, moved up to 106 in terms of plus money, but honestly, whenever I've gotten the movement where it opened at 105, it moves down to almost even money. Those bets miss. So I like it. I'm really into this. I like the Coyotes tonight, man. That's my main straight bet for tonight. I did take an NBA bet for the first time in forever in the parlay. Pacers, come on, the Pistons suck. They had 2 in 22. The Pacers are coming off an in-season tournament loss to LeBron. I expect them to want to wake up and go and win this game versus the Pistons. Tyrese Halliburton probably have to go win it by himself, but he probably will. So I do like the Pistons. I mean, I do like the Pacers in that game versus the Pistons.
Let's look. Let's see if I can find a. Might have found something already. Buddy Hield over 13.5 points.
I mean, that you know what is probably a good option. Nemhart is hurt for the Pacers, so they're going to need Hield and Halliburton to play more guard minutes.
I might have to hit that. He's been off a couple times, so he's in for a good game.
I think they also gave up like 49 to Desmond Bain the other day too. The Pistons.
Christian Braun over 6.5 points
For the Nuggets?
Yeah.
Who they got tonight?
Atlanta.
Atlanta is a team that generally does not play the best defense. They're a high-scoring team. They like to push the pace.
Is Damian Lillard really 23.5?
That's his line right now for points?
No way. Let me look. I might have just found a little parlay that I'm going to take.
Is that his line?
That can't be right.
That's so interesting.
Projected 27. He usually averages around 27. Rob Elder. Building a parlay. Let's see. Go to the NBA. I forgot the NBA existed. Boom, boom. Can't find it.
Man.
Oh, wait. Never mind.
No way they're actually better.
Yeah, I don't have it. What the freak? Only had Bulls players. Christian Braun. I'm gonna see if I have him. Oh, I have him.
Bro, my goodness, man. This Georgia news about Raiola broke right before we started the podcast, and these Georgia fans are tripping.
They're bugging.
I just read one that said, man, if this stuff actually happens, man, F Buford.
Dude, they don't like Buford.
That's what they were just saying.
Treat them well.
Someone just said, yo, Buford's cursed.
They haven't been recruiting them well at all. They've been losing everybody from there.
Bro, you know what I just saw when we were looking at that? I saw one of the kids at Buford did the smirk emoji and quote tweeted what the thing about Raiola to Nebraska.
People might be off Georgia, bro.
Bro, watch Matt Rule cook up some stuff, man. Hey, like you said, man, Deion's cooking though. Top 25 class combined in transfers overall and recruits. He's a top 25 class right now when you combine transfers and recruits. 24/7, they got him at 25 or 29, something like that, somewhere around there.
Oh, he's at 26.5, Damian Lillard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it would take that.
You know who runs the show in over there. His name is Giannis.
Antetokounmpo.
Come on, man. Yo, Giannis be fake, man. You see how he didn't even show love to Drew Holiday when that man came in the locker room after they played?
He don't like. Oh, he didn't. He in that video, he didn't show love to him.
Chris Middleton showed love. Brooks showed love. That man Giannis stayed in the locker. Even Giannis showed love, man. Giannis, the bench of Antetokounmpo showed love, but the starter don't. That's crazy, man. You know why he did it? Because he's the reason. That's what I was about to say. He's the reason he's not there. He got his behind traded.
Miles Turner,
props. I was thinking about him this morning when I saw that because I think Jalen Smith is out too, so he's probably still getting more minutes.
Christian Braun over 2.5 rebounds.
Christian Braun will definitely get on the boards. It's one of the few things I know about him.
Yeah, right. When I watch him, he's always on the boards. Dennis Schroeder over 13.5 points.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm gonna look at Braun's rebounds. Oh, he did bad last night.
This man Raiola got these people in shambles. This hilarious. But no. One game I wanted to stay off tonight because I just didn't like the situation is the Stars and the Red Wings. The Stars are slumping right now. They were one of the best teams in hockey metrics wise. But they're playing the Red Wings tonight, which the Red Wings are one of the more scary teams in hockey, in my personal opinion. They get Patrick Kane on the signing. They're deep. They got multiple lines that can score. So that game potentially could be an over game. That's a game that could go over now that I think about it. When I'm looking, I might bet that actually. I'll take a look. Maybe. But yeah, that's a game that could definitely go over. But that's pretty much it from tonight's Kassa Hockey Corner. I'm going to bring up a couple of leans for tomorrow's games to take a look at. Just early thoughts looking at tomorrow's leans. Because Tuesday is going to be a big night for hockey. Taking a look at it right now. Look out for the Rangers versus the Maple Leafs tomorrow. The Rangers show up generally for big games. They just got beat up by the Caps before they went and then destroyed the Kings in a big game. They're playing the Toronto, who's going to be on a back-to-back, and probably will have Martin Jones in net because Samsonov's not playing a back-to-back. So, with seeing that, expect the Rangers probably to take that game. It's in Madison Square Garden, too. That's lining up perfectly for them. Another bet to take a look at would be look at the Flyers versus the Predators. The Flyers have been killing teams on the road this year. They're on a 4-game win streak right now. They just went to Arizona and to Colorado, one of the hardest places to win in the NHL in Ball Arena in Colorado, and then beat the streaking Coyotes who were just running through teams before that, beating 5 straight Cup champs. So Their numbers since, if I'm not mistaken, it's November 4th in the league have been top 5 defensively for the Flyers. They have really good goaltending in terms of Carter Hart, and they have Erickson, who's been playing a lot better this year. That's going to be a decent lean. Look at them. They're at plus money now. They might even move to even money by the end of it. A trap game for the Oilers. They play the Blackhawks. The Oilers are the hottest team in hockey right now. They have won 7 straight, running through all teams. The easiest bet right now is Zach Hyman shots on goal at 3-4 as a parlay builder. You can put Zach Hyman over 3 shots on goal or over 2 shots on goal with the Oilers money line. You make it plus money and make free money. It's been free money for 7 games in a row practically. I'm not trying to jinx it. I'm just giving you a heads up for a little fruit for thought. So look out for that. Connor McDavid, the reason why I wear the jersey half the time on the show is because he's been on a warpath. In his last, let me pull this up just to give you guys a heads up. I'm just going to look at his last 5 games. In his last 5 games, 3, 4, 7, 9, 11 points in 5 games. So he's averaging about a goal and 2 assists every game. No, every other game or something like that. Something crazy. Like, he's one of the best playmakers in the league. We know that. We've been knowing that about Connor McDavid. So the Oilers, it could be a trap game. They're minus 400 to win the game. So look out for that. A couple more spots just to look out for Tuesday night. The Jets are going to be interesting. Their best player got hurt last night in the second period. He took a knee-on-knee hit, which shout out his teammate and line mate and assistant captain, Mark Scheifele. He took that fight immediately. I don't know if y'all watch hockey, but I always respect it when you see your line mate take a dirty hit and you go attack that man. You serve up. He got fed. I'm not gonna lie, parlay. He got hit in the face a couple. He took them hits. But Mark
Wait,
Scheifele,
was that the one that I did see? Did you post about that?
So I'm gonna get to that one in a second. That's a different. Yesterday was a bunch of grimy hockey. I'm not gonna lie to you, but. No, Mark Scheifele, because this is bad. In hockey, when you go knee on exposed knee, that's a dirty hit. That's a very dirty hit. And he went knee on Ryan Strome went knee on Kyle Connor. And Mark Scheifele saw that. He immediately jumped in and started trying to fight. Now, I'm not going to lie. Mark Scheifele got fed. He got hit. But at least he stepped in there for his teammate. Now, what you saw was some greasy hockey. So just to break it down, I actually hit you and Solo up the other day when I was telling y'all do not bet on that Florida game. It could be a trap. I kind of like the Blue Jackets potentially. They have some sharps on them, but Florida, they play weird in these situations. And I've been right about Florida a lot recently, parlay. The Panthers.
Yeah, they're kind of on the poo-poo list.
They're not on they're the opposite of the poo-poo list.
For me.
You should listen sometimes to me. I be trying to tell you about Florida, man. They're one of the, you know what? You want me to tell you why Florida is so nice? Because they play playoff hockey right now in the regular season. They're hitting you. They're playing aggressive physical hockey. They're forechecking. They're playing stuff that you're supposed to do in the playoffs in the regular season. They're just a grimy team to play against. They're not soft is what I'm getting at. They're not soft. Like, for example, what you saw that you retweeted in that Columbus game was Nick Cousins, the guy in Florida, took a greasy hit, put his shoulder into a guy's head into the boards behind the net. The guy got up, grabbed him, punched him, and fed him, and he turtled up and didn't even fight him. So then on the next shift, that guy found him, and that's what you saw. Completely took him out, fed him on the ground, and he got kicked out for that. Just because he was getting even.
I just read your Dylan Raiola.
Oh. Yeah, man. You seeing all the stuff about Dylan Raiola right now, aren't you? Matt Rule. Hey, man. You know what they said, man? Matt Rule cooking.
He cooking, bro. I retweeted that. That's funny, bro.
Nah, but for real though, it's just something you gotta think about when it comes to the NHL, man. These players, man, they're just greasy, some of them, man. They be taking the cheap shots. They be taking liberties, man. But, yeah, that's pretty much all I would say for those leans. I didn't want to go through the late. Actually, Florida plays Seattle on the road tomorrow night.
What's that mean for you?
we might be betting on the Panthers. Now, then again, this would be the ultimate poo-poo list mood if Seattle won that game. Not for the Panthers though. For Seattle, not for the Panthers.
Oh
no, because the Panthers, this Kraken, it's more. This would be more on the Kraken than on the Panthers because the Kraken are on a 9-game losing streak. 9-game losing streak.
damn.
That's what I'm getting at. Like the Kraken are like, we know the Kraken, bro. So if they win this game, that's more on the Kraken. No, that's crazy, man. Yeah, the Kraken are getting shit. As my homie GP would say, I gotta shout him out. As my homie GP would say, the Kraken are getting shelled. They're just bodying that net.
Kansas State transfer Will Howard
USC
is on
probably.
campus visiting with Miami. Washington State transfer quarterback Cam Ward will visit Miami tomorrow.
It's gonna be interesting.
Did Miami open up a checkbook?
Bro, you know people know Miami have NIL. It's just a private school. They don't gotta report it.
Exactly. They're a private school. You know they got a checkbook.
They don't gotta report it. So they have the checkbook.
Double to go there.
Yeah. Miami's now, I'll say this. Let me put it to you this way.
Like Duke.
UVA has a higher athletic program right now than Miami. So, UVA is a top 16 athletic program in the country right now. Just because their football team isn't good doesn't mean their athletics isn't good. Like literally every other athletics from UVA is solid. The soccer team, the lacrosse team, like all those athletic stuff, they add up. Like the basketball team being good is a huge boost. But like, bro, UVA is, you know why I'm bringing this up? Because we're going to probably end this show with talking about a little realignment, in my opinion. UVA might be going to the SEC, right?
Who?
UVA, Virginia.
They ain't going to the SEC.
Bro, no, yeah, there's a chance them in North Carolina will be going to the SEC. The SEC wants the markets.
As I've said it 100 times, that we should go get the Virginia area, one of the Virginia areas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're going to get them.
And everyone says, no.
Well, Thamel reported it. Thamel is gospel. I'm kidding. But Thamel reported it more or less that they're looking at us and UNC and Virginia Tech. They don't want Clemson and Florida State.
Up UNC, Duke, and NC State, but you can.
Huh?
They try to say that you cannot break up North Carolina.
Oh, you can, and it will happen.
It's called ECU. Okay.
You're so offended. You're like, they left us to dry, man.
They left us out. But guess what we do every time we play them? Beat their ass. That's what we do.
I told you South Carolina was going to beat y'all, though.
Up on the net. Oh, no. Later, I saw some stuff.
Yeah.
Cola knows ECU's best player? Cola? You know who Cola is?
Is he nice?
No, do you know who Cola is?
I don't know who he is. That's why I was asking you. Is he nice?
Oh, he knows ECU's point guard.
Oh.
Cola Shadows on Twitter.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now. Yeah, I was confused on who you were talking about for a second. Yeah, the account. Yeah. No, but it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Breaking news.
What?
Will Rogers will visit Washington this weekend.
He's probably going there. Yeah, that makes sense. They need someone after Penix, 26-year-old.
No, we need to talk about one thing real quick. It'll only take like 2 minutes. Kadarius Toney.
This is perfect second. This is perfect then. Yeah.
The refs, it's not their job to tell you that you're offsides. Especially when you're the end receiver and that end receiver doesn't check up.
Yeah, you know what I'll say? You know what the ref said? Did you hear what the ref said? They said that if he was not that far, if he was a little bit less, they would have told him. But because he was so dang far, didn't check, they had to call it.
Yeah, you have to check.
Even Andy Reid said he didn't check. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm drinking. Yeah.
I went and I've watched the replay. He doesn't check.
Yeah. No.
That's not the ref's job to check.
No.
The first thing they teach you is a wide receiver. And guess what? I'm not a wide receiver.
My buddy Parlay was on the line, man. Mess with him.
Smallest life of my senior year. But everybody loves you, boy.
You already know, man. But yeah, Kadarius Toney. One thing I know is Kadarius Toney messed up. And with that being said, that's parlay. Matt, we the Gritty Gamblers. We catch y'all on Thursday, man. Peace out.
Time to bring me my money.
After I bet, I could change the odds for every bookmaker in the country.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.